So people, welcome to Peaceful Ambition, guys. I am going to dinner with my baby girl here. Today is the second day of the women's retreat, and we are actually all meeting up at the Moore restaurant in the hotel. So Akira will be with me today. This is her first time with me for the whole weekend. So she's pretty excited to go to dinner and meet the ladies, as well as the other young girls that's going to be there. So yeah, and again guys, I can't get enough of this view. So we're gonna have to find where it is. Daddy Wise and Talani and Tatum are walking around. They're supposed to come to the room before we left to bring us jackets, but they never did. They're probably exploring. But nonetheless, we are out of here. All right, let's go this way. So we have to find the Moore restaurant. Oh, look guys, what is that? What is that? When Queens meet retreat. Yes, we were in this room yesterday, and that, yes, and we will also be in there tomorrow. So let me see if I can get some insight on where the Moore is. I was told it was near the boat out here, and there's a boat that I know of, so we're gonna walk towards there now. Guys, look who we bumped into. Walking, well, lost, trying to find the restaurant, but Daddy Wise actually said he knows exactly where we need to go. He saw my people, so he's actually showing me where to go. Tatum right here, there's Talani down there. So they're basically going to just drop us off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're showing us the way.
Yeah. Is this way?
We discovered some more stuff. This is like
okay, so we got to go outside.
You might be able to get there through here, but I'm not sure.
Oh gosh, my feet hurt. Come on now. Look at this house. I know. Yeah. I already want to take these heels off. People, we are done with dinner. So delicious. So we had chicken and, or not chicken and grits, shrimps and grits. Akira has some clam chowder. It was very delicious. We are on our way now back to the hotel room. We are done for today. We are checking out, ladies and gentlemen. I am about to go over my notes for tomorrow for my speech and everything. But for the most part, I'm ready to relax. Today has been a very impactful,
fun day.
It's so many words. Like, honestly, guys, today I was emotional. I cried, laughed, all that stuff today, but it's all good. It's all joy. It's all ooh, hope I don't get hit with these balls. Sorry y'all, we're walking past the kids, these kids are just throwing balls like it's nothing. But you know, it's all enlightening. You know, it's all just me having growth moments, and I love them. Y'all know that I'm a crybaby when I have those moments. I really am. So guys, I want to show y'all this giant octopus. Those kids are like, maybe Tatum, we need to bring Tatum out here so you can maybe have some fun. So maybe we'll be coming back outside, but for the most part, guys, I just want to go and chill. We're about to go back in the hotel and see what Daddy Wise is doing now. Good morning, beautiful people. Today is the day. Today is the day. Yes, people, today is the day I do my speech. So, and it's the last day of the resort also. So I have my dress on. I'll have Akira go ahead and show you guys a better view, but I'm ready, guys. I actually stayed up until like 2 o'clock going over my notes and everything. And guys, a lot of the other females, you know, they preached and everything. And not saying that I'm not going to preach, but you know, mine is going to be less church and just more person, if that makes sense. Not saying that I'm saying don't put God in or whatever the case is, but God is definitely going to be in my story and in my message. But you know, I want to just kind of touch people where they are right now. Not everyone is into the whole church and everything. So yeah, no, we're going down. So it's okay. So we're going downstairs right now. We're going to get some breakfast. Akira got her sweater on because it's cold, but she does have a dress on. And we're going to just see how the day plays out. After, we're going to go down. After my message, there will be another young lady that will be doing a message. And then, just one, yeah. And then I believe we will be doing a photo shoot. So I'm excited, guys. Look at this view again. Beautiful. And we're about to see the ladies, and I'll vlog once we get in the room and everything. Breakfast is served. So it's an egg, cheese, and tomato. I doubt that I'm gonna eat it, but I just got something just to put in my stomach. What you get? Same thing? Oh,
I got banana bread and I got a croissant.
Excuse me. Me being here is my purpose, but I don't tell you myself. Okay? So first, let me brag on myself. Let me brag on myself. So I want to tell you ladies who I am right now. So as you know, I have 3 children. I've been married for almost 11 years. I am an entrepreneur, a motivator, a life coach, and a project manager, content creator, and an influencer. So to me, to stand up here and say that is who I am to you ladies is a big deal for me. Because before I wouldn't even know who I was to describe myself. So now that you guys know who I am and where I am right now, I want to tell you guys who I used to be. That is just as important as who I am today. So who I used to be, guys, I grew up shy. Growing up, I used to walk in the halls like this in high school with my head down. I remember having a boyfriend that told me, no one else likes you. So when you walk with me, you hold my hand and you walk with your head down. And guess what I did, ladies? Walk with my head down. Because that's what I thought I deserved. Because he told me who I was, and I believed him. Just off the bat, because I didn't know what I deserved. So as I walked through the halls, not trying to make eye contact with anyone, that was the norm for me. In class, I tried to be a fly on the wall. You know, I was there, but I didn't want to be there. Because I didn't want people to recognize me. And it's not because I thought I was ugly or that I had low self-esteem or anything like that, because I knew that I was beautiful, but it's just because I didn't think that I deserved to be a person that people, oh yeah, your opinion matters. I didn't think that I was worthy of any of that, so I kept to myself. Now there's one thing that took me out of my box immediately, and that was track. Track was my baby, guys. I ran cross country, indoor, outdoor. I was a coach. I did everything. When it came to track, I was there. Yes. No matter how big the track meet was, no matter how big of the crowd or whatever the case, I was there and I showed up. That was the one thing that took me out of my element, took all the shyness out of my bones, and I was in the starts. I was ready. I was running my own race. So when I was in the element of track, I knew who I was. I knew the power that I had, and I loved it. But as soon as I got off the finish line, what did I do? Walked with my head down. So guys, throughout my years, I worked my butt off. Elementary school, junior high school, I ran track. I was able to get a scholarship where I met my husband in St. Louis, Missouri, well, boyfriend at the time. St. Louis, Missouri. About a year into running track, I ended up getting pregnant. Guys, I am one of the first people in my family to go to college, let alone to have a track scholarship or a scholarship period to go to college. So I knew with me getting pregnant, it was going to mess up everything. My family was going to be disappointed in me. I was disappointed in myself. And it made me, again, feel like I didn't deserve to even be in school, to even run track. I didn't deserve the things that was given to me because I messed up again. So guys, as I went through life, because I have my child, as you see, Akira back there, I did have my baby. And I went through life, my husband and I, we started working, you know, ups and downs through life. I got pregnant with my son. Guys. And I'm not saying these things to make you guys feel bad for me. I just want to tell you guys, I'm very transparent with my life, because if I want to be a life coach, I have to tell you guys that I've been through it. I was in it and I got out of it. So I'm not ashamed to tell you guys that I made many mistakes over and over and over again, because guess what? Those mistakes are in the past. So when I had my son, guys, I was lost. One day I woke up, I found myself just being a mom, a wife, a daughter, a friend, but I wasn't Tiera. I didn't know who I was. I got married when I was 20 and he was 21. I had my daughter at 21, I had my son at 23. So my life was just them. It was everything about them. And guys, I walked through my life, maybe not with my head down, physically, but mentally with my head down. I was walking through life like this. You know, my kids need me, okay, here I am. My husband needs me, oh, here I am. But I was never there for myself. So when I tell you guys, me standing right here is my purpose, because I was never that person before. If someone needed me, I'm there for them. But when I needed myself, I wasn't there for me. So as life went on, my husband and I, we had our ups and downs throughout life. 2014, as you ladies will know, the Mike Brown situation happened in St. Louis that turned the whole city upside down. And my husband and I decided we can't do this no more. We're not in college anymore. We have children. They're about to go to school. What's the purpose of us being here in St. Louis? So we decided to make a 2-year plan to relocate, and that's just what we did. So we're from Florida. My husband's from Jamaica. We want to be close to Jamaica as possible. So we decided to move to Florida. I was working for a telecom company at the time. My first grown-up job, benefits and all that stuff. So at the time, when we decided to move in 2017, I told my boss, I said, hey, look, I'm moving to Florida. I'm taking a leap of faith. And I know you guys just bought our bright house. I would like, if you can, give me a position down there. I was a project manager. So he said, okay, cool. You know, you've been with us for a couple of years. No problem, I got you. So guys, when the time came for us to leave, even though we had a 2-year plan, we were not ready to move. But we did it anyway. Because we said, we made this plan, we're going to go for it. We're going to do it. Guys, we had 2 cars at the time. My husband had a small little, not a punch buggy, but just as big as a punch buggy. We put our clothes in trash bags. Each of us had trash bags full of clothes. That's all we came down here with. Trash bag full of clothes. We did not have a house. We did not have an apartment. We did not have any type of plan, but we knew that we were coming down here and we were going to make a life. Guys, we drove to International Drive, not too far from here. Found a hotel. Stayed there for 2 weeks. That was our home for 2 weeks. Literally the next day when we got here, I had to go to work. So when I tell you guys, stress was on me. My family is living in a hotel. My kids are not in school yet. I don't know where I am. We don't have money. We don't have anywhere to live. So guys, I'm stressed. stress. But with my husband here, we always bounced off because we don't have that village. We don't have no mom, dad, cousin, or nothing like that. So we've always had each other. So at this moment, we were working, we were going through life, found the house, stayed there for a couple months, couldn't live there too long because the rent was too much for us, honestly. We got kicked out. Devastation came over me. I'm in a new town. I'm trying so hard. Why is it not working for me? And that's something that I say to myself all the time. I used to say to myself, why is this not working for me? What am I doing wrong? How can I change who I am to make things better around me? And guys, I didn't know that it was all here. This is the change that I need to make. Yes, things are crashing down all over you, but if you change your perspective, if you change your mind, if you change the way that you see things, even if they're crashing down, you can forget about that and you can still be successful. So as life went on, guys, we ended up finding another house and finding our way in Florida and everything. A couple months later, my boss from St. Louis comes down. Unexpectedly, so y'all already know something's about to go down. So, you know, we're coming in. There was only about 4 people that was in the department for me, small department. So we're walking in and we see Corey. We're like, hey, Corey, what's going on? Instantly, I knew that something was going down. He called us to the office. He said, guys, we're shutting your department down. You guys can either move, try to find a new position, or just take the package deal. And at this point, guys, I was working about 5 years strong with this, my grown-up job, first grown-up job. You know, I'm in this town with my babies, with my family, and we're starting over. And then this happens. Devastation again, guys. I went to my husband later on that day, and I told him what the situation was. And we were really taken back, like, you know, we just got here. Things are just kind of going good, and what's going on? And then this happens to us. So, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about moving back to St. Louis because it was safe. Because it's what I knew. And he offered to pay for me to move back. So I was like, you know what? I can have that money, I can do this. I was still trying to be safe instead of relying on myself. And I remember one day I was talking to my oldest daughter, and I was asking her, do you want to go back to St. Louis? You know, because it was a couple weeks of back and forth, up and down. And she said, yeah, I want to go back. I want some snow. I'm tired of being here in Florida. And inside of me, I was like, man, she wants to go back, so maybe that's something that I should do. A couple moments later, it was quiet. She said, Mommy, you know what? No, never mind. I remember before we moved here, you said that we were taking a leap of faith.
Come on.
And that's exactly what I told her. The whole time we were driving, I said, guys, we're taking a leap of faith. We're starting over. We're going to blah, 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 blah. She said, Mommy, you said we were taking a leap of faith, but how is it faith if you don't believe in it? And I said, oh man, okay. You know, so I was just driving. I said, you know what? She's right. We're going to stay here. We're going to figure some stuff out. We've done it before in the past. We've been homeless before, lived in a car with 2 children, and we figured it out. Why can't we do it again? So I decided to take the package deal, not work. A couple weeks later, found out I was pregnant with my 3rd child. So I'm like, all right. Life is moving, y'all. Life is changing for me. And I'm 30 at this point with my last child. I had my other 2 kids at 21 and 23, so I'm more mature this time. I'm more grown up this time. So I'm laying in bed and I'm like, what can I give this child that I never gave any of my other children? What can I do different this time? I was a kid when I had my other kids. Now I feel more grown up. So what can I do different? I'm laying in bed. I don't have a job to go to tomorrow. I barely have a house because we were still struggling. I said, you know what? I'm going to start a business. I'm going to start a business that can uplift people. Not only just uplift myself, but uplift everyone. So I started a business called Peaceful Ambition. I wasn't really sure how I wanted to reach out to the community and help people, but I knew that I just had Peaceful Ambition, and that was where I was going to start. So as life went on, I had the business, but I wasn't really, doing too much with my business. It just was there, basically. So May of 2019, my youngest daughter was about 6 months old. Guys, I had a stroke. A stroke. When my baby was 6 months in the house by myself, I had a stroke. I had to call my husband. He had to turn around, come get me. My arm was stuck like this for a couple hours. I fell. It's a whole ordeal. So I went to the hospital and I had a stroke. I had to be in the hospital for 3 days by myself, basically. They could visit, they couldn't be there overnight. And I remember one day I was sitting there in bed and I just started crying. And I just started questioning myself, like, who am I? Where am I? What am I doing with my life? How am I 30 right now and I had a stroke? Guys, I am blessed to be here right now. That stroke could have taken me under. I could have been a vegetable right now. My children probably wouldn't be able to hear my voice if that stroke really took me under. So I was thankful that I was able to still even cry, to even talk, to even be able to think. But at the same time, I was thinking, how did I get myself here? What happened? Where did I go wrong? And as I laid there in bed, guys, and this is not the first time that this happened to me, I can truly say God came. It was almost like he was right here, right next to me. He said, the reason why you're here is because you felt like you don't deserve it. You don't deserve who you are. And here I am. I saved you. And this is not the first time he saved you. And I'm showing you that you deserve everything that you want out of life. But it has to start with you. As I laid there, guys, and as he talked to me, and I'm just crying, it's almost like he was whispering in my ear just stuff about, you need to do this. You need to worry about this. You need to do this for yourself. And take a step back and change who you are. And I said, you know what, God? I'm going to do it. It's time for me to step myself up the way that I know that I can, the way that I've always wanted to be. I don't know, ladies, do you guys have like not really an alter ego, but an inner person? Yes. And like, I know I can be this person, Yeah. So that's me. I have TT, guys. TT. Well, since I went to Jamaica, Jade. My name is Jade. I adopted that name. So, anytime I feel like I want to second guess myself, anytime I feel like I want to curl back up into that ball or be that fly on the wall, I say, no, I'm TT. Yes. TT is here. TT has arrived. And I am not going to apologize to anyone. Because when I put myself down, other people see it. And it's easy for them to do it. When I put myself down, people follow suit. It's easy. When people see you treat yourself a certain way, they're going to treat you the same way. And that was my issue. I treated myself terribly. So other people felt it was okay to treat me the same way. And because I thought that I wasn't deserving to be treated any other way, I accepted it. I was okay with it, but it was killing me inside. And because I worried about other people's feelings or how they thought of what they thought of me, or how they may have looked at me, it made me want to curl up and be less of a person. Dim my light to make them feel better about themselves. Little myself to make them bigger, even if it's people in the streets. Someone will give me a compliment. Oh, your hair is cute. Yeah, but I got pimples on my face. Oh, your dress is cute. Yeah, but it's a little tight right there. I was the person that I didn't like the attention. No, don't give it to me. Look at that person over there. After laying in that bed and God whispered to me, like, why do you feel that way? You are just as beautiful, just as deserving, just as wonderful as anybody else in these streets, if not more. So ladies, when I came out the hospital, thank God nothing was wrong with me. I had a blood clot that traveled in my neck, that stopped circulation, that made me have my stroke, but it passed through. So now that I can do this, I am blessed, I am highly favored. Yes. Guys, TT is here to stay. TT is not going anywhere. And not every day am I TT, because sometimes I'm Tiera, sometimes I'm still curled up in my ball, and I have to tell myself, no, step out. No, step out. Step up and step out. So ladies, this journey wasn't easy at all, getting to where I am today. And I can say, because of what God did to me that day, and because of the passions that I found myself after that moment, I learned myself. What I like, what I don't like. Took moments out for myself. Sometimes I had to tell the kids, look, Mama's busy. Even if I'm just sitting there quiet, Mama's busy. Because I had to get back to me. I couldn't be back in that bed. I couldn't have another stroke, because that stroke, number 2, was going to take me out. The doctor already said, this is the pre-warning. Whatever you're doing to get you here, which was stress, not taking care of myself, stretching myself thin for what? It got me there, and I wasn't going to go back. So I changed my life and decided to change me overall. In a couple years, I see the changes in me right now, guys. But there's things that I did to turn my passions into purpose to get me here right now. So I want to just talk about a few things now that you guys know my history and my story, from where I'm coming from to where I am now. I want to tell you guys a few things that I did, and it wasn't easy, and I'm still working on it. And I feel like any of you guys can do the same thing to stand in your purpose. So the first thing that I had to do, guys, and I started right then and there in the hospital, is I had to set my mind. And when you say set, what do you think? You put this right here, I'm setting this right here. I placed it there. I had to place my mind where I needed it to be. Not where I was, but where I wanted it to be. And the place where I wanted to be was confident. To walk in the door, in the room, and people see me, maybe they're like, hey girl, what's up? But they say, okay, I see that. I see her back there. I see you doing your thing. That's who I want to be. Once I set my mind there, I knew that no matter what anyone said, no matter how they felt, my mind is set there, it's not moving. So I learned to keep things to myself. Ladies, I was the one that, hey, guys, I just got some money, I got this. Nah, I move in silence now. Because when you don't move in silence, when you put people in your information, your business, they got opinions. They got fears. They got doubts that they will put on you. And the old Tiera would take those things and put it on me. You have fears, so I got that fear too. You got doubts, so I got that doubts too. So guess what? I lost opportunities. I was standing in my own way when it came to things. So I said, nah, I'm setting my mind. No matter what, I'm going to do this. There's a door right there, I'm going to go through the window. All right. If I got to crawl underneath, I'm going to do it. Because my mind is set. And I'm going to figure a way to get there. And once I set my mind, guys, I also had to transform my mind, because that's different. Set your mind to the goal, but I had to transform my mind. Anytime I had negative self-talk, no, move out the way. Anytime I had that doubt, no, move out the way. You need to be different. You gotta upgrade yourself, TT. You TT now, you're not Tiera. You don't wanna be back in that bed. You gotta upgrade yourself. You feel afraid? It's okay. Keep moving, keep moving. Come on. I transformed my mind, guys, and I'm still doing that today. This is one of the hardest things that I have to do, because I was shy. I was that person that didn't want to say, oh yes, I look pretty today. You know, it pained me to say positive things about myself. So I transformed my mind to change that. I look in the mirror today and I say, okay, you got this. Even if my hair is not done, my outfit is not done, I still got this. So once you transform your mind and set your mind, that's just the first start, okay, y'all? So next you gotta make a plan, of course. And the ladies that talked yesterday, you know, basically we're saying the same thing because it is the essentials of life. So you gotta make that plan. And guys, the plan is not just, you know, okay, I'm gonna do this tomorrow and this and that and that. Nah, get detailed. When I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna go in the mirror and I'm gonna say something positive about myself. When I walk down the street, when I'm in the car, I'm gonna listen to a podcast that can help me. That is part of a plan. Things that you're gonna do to grow yourself. Things that you're gonna do to be a better person every day. So I made my plan, I set my goals, small, big goals, important goals, goals that don't mean nothing to no one but maybe myself, they're still goals. I set those goals. So we have to do that, we have to remember. If I have my plan and I know where I'm going and I have my mind set, nothing can stop me. No one, not even myself, can stop me. So when you have your plan and you set your goals, ladies, we are also going to have to take time out sometimes because we're going to be on that path. Yes, yes, I got this, I got this. But it's okay to take time out sometimes and to reconstruct our plan. Like I said, ladies, I was a project manager. So basically, I oversee projects and I make sure people are doing their job. So when I have my plan, I know that we need to revisit the plan sometimes. How can I make this plan better? What can I take out? What can I add to the plan to make me better, to make this plan better? So we have to do that. We have to reconstruct our plan sometimes. Because maybe the original plan is not as good as what we're doing now once we go through it. Once we reconstruct the plan, we also have to recharge. All work and no play is no good. We're gonna burn ourselves out. And I had to, like I said, I had to learn that, guys. Mommy's busy right now, guys. Even if it's just me meditating for a second, I had to do that because I lost myself so many times. If this quietness is what I need to recharge, then look, everybody in the house, y'all gonna have to understand that. That's just how it goes now. You know, I tell them, guys, Mommy had a stroke, so I need this time. Y'all gonna have to understand that. Before, no, y'all, come. I'll have time later on, then it will never happen. I had to take the time out. I had to make the time to recharge myself, to recharge my battery so I can be a proper mother, so I can be a proper wife. So we need to learn to recharge ourselves, ladies. Once we reconstruct and recharge, we need to realign our brain. Because after we reconstruct, we have a new plan, we have new goals. So we know that, okay, I need to get back on track. I need to get my mind back to where I set it. I need to know that I took a little break, but now I'm back. Now I'm stepping it back up. I'm walking into the building. All right, guys, I'm back on it. What y'all on? Because I know what I'm on. I got my plan, I got my goals. So when you realign your brain and you're focused again, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. And it is a process, ladies. I have been doing this for about 2 years. I make my plan, I change my plan, I tweak it a little bit, hit my goals, I set my mind, I transform my mind. This is a daily thing. It's not just one day, oh, I'm good, I'm gonna sit back and chill. No, it's every single day. Every single moment that we're breathing, we have to remember, I got a plan. I got a plan. I got a reason. I got to change. I got to be better. So that's why I tell myself a lot of times, ladies. A lot of times. So when you realign your thoughts and you're back on your plan, you're back on your grind, you're back on that goal setting, we also have to remember that when we're walking, even though I'm by myself, I have God next to me. I have God behind me. I have God in front of me. So I'm not really by myself. I'm embracing my journey, and I know that it's not all going to be good, especially since, like I said, I've been working on this, changing myself for 2 years later. So that tells you right there, I backslide sometimes. And then I take a couple steps forward, and then I backslide again. But that's okay because I believe that it is a process. I believe that God is standing next to me. And anytime I make a mistake, or feel like I'm falling down, guess who picks me up? And I just remember the moment when I was in the hospital and when he talked to me and said, you deserve everything. Everything that you want. So when I feel fearful, when I feel like I'm alone and no one understands me, I know that God said, I deserve this. When I talk to people and they don't understand my dreams and my aspirations, I remember God saying that you deserve it. So it doesn't matter what they think, it doesn't matter how they feel, you deserve it because you're doing it for you. So as I walk, and I know that God is always with me, he brings my confidence. He brings any type of fears that I have out the door. And I want you ladies to remember that, which I already know from this weekend. Y'all already know God is always with us. God is in the building. God is everywhere. And every day that I wake up, I just thank him for picking me up from that day.
Thank you for
Yes, I'm so grateful.
Amen.
I know this wasn't 30 minutes, but I just want to tell you ladies that, you know, passion got my foot in the door, but purpose kept me right.
I love it. I love
it. Purpose kept me right. Passion got my foot in the door, but purpose kept me right. And now that I feel like I'm standing in my purpose right now at this moment, nothing can take that from me. I want to do more things and say, guess what? I'm standing in my purpose over there too, and over there too. Because it's not just one moment. It's not just one purpose.
Right.
I want to find every purpose that I have. Every purpose that God put in me. And I'm going to pull it out of me. I'm going to put myself in situations that I have no choice but to do it. Because God told me everything that I want, I deserve it.
Yeah.
And if he says that I deserve it,
yes,
then I deserve it.
Yes.
Then I'm going to go for it.
Yes.
And I'm going to open up the door.
Come on.
Because it's what I want.
Yes.
It's not what my mom wants. It's not what my husband wants. It's not what my friends want. It's what I want.
Yes.
And God is saying, I gave it to you already. You just got to go for it.
Yes.
And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not shutting myself out from opportunities. I'm not putting myself in my own way. Because I want to stand in my purpose. And I want you ladies to also stand in your purpose, your ambition. Guys, one quote that I live by, especially for peaceful ambition, is let your ambition be your peace. And basically what that means is what you go for, what you want out of life, it has to be for you, no one else. Yes. It's your ambitions. And when you have that mindset that no one can take my joy, no one can build my joy, no one can take my happiness or even give me happiness, but I can give it to myself, that's your peace. My goals, my aspirations, my things that I want to accomplish in life is my peace, not anyone else's. And I don't care if they don't like it. I don't care if they think that it's foolish, because it's my peace, my ambition, no one else's. So ladies, I hope that this story, my story, has showed you guys that you can change. You don't have to be in a hospital bed like me. I don't want any of you guys to have to go through what I went through. I was 30 years old with a stroke. I had a stroke, ladies. I was so confused. But at the same time, I wasn't. Because I knew that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. I knew how I got there. I was stressed. I was taking on other people's stress, taking on other people's emotions, everything else but myself. I wasn't taking care of myself. So I knew why I was there. And now that it's 2 years later, ladies, I have not had a stroke. I'm healthy. Talking to you ladies this weekend has been nothing short but amazing. And I can truly say 5 years earlier before this, if you told me I would be standing in front of you guys, I would have laughed. Like, what? Me? Nah. But here I am standing in my purpose. Look at that. Look at that. Just like that. When Catherine told me she wanted me to speak, sorry guys. I said, okay, cool, sure. Ladies, this is what I've been praying for. This is what I've been wishing for. I said, put me in a situation that I'm not used to. Put me somewhere I'm uncomfortable. Because when I'm uncomfortable and I'm not used to it and I got to talk myself up, that means I'm doing something.
That's right.
That means I'm stepping outside my box. That means that I'm growing.
Yes.
Because I'm not comfortable.
Yes.
So I'm getting to the next level. I'm getting to the next level. And I'm going to keep on doing that, ladies. Y'all may see me doing different things out there because I want to. Because I know that my ambition is my peace.
Yes.
So if I want to go and, well, Oprah don't talk no more, but if I want to go on Oprah, hey Oprah, guess what? This is a goal of mine. Should I be on your show? I will do it. No matter how scared I am or whatever the case is, ladies, I'm stepping outside my box. I'm letting my ambition be my peace. And I want you ladies to do this.
Let's go. Yes.
Oh, that was me this whole time.
People, I am done. I am done. As you guys saw, you should see the speech already. Wasn't really nervous, just wanted to make sure that I gave a proper message. But now we're about to change and go do the photo shoot. I'm proud. That's all I can say.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud of myself, guys. And that's a lot for me to say that because I normally don't say that. I am proud that I helped my family get here, that I did my speech, and that I'm proud.